This document represents the revision and update of the Holly Township Master Plan, first adopted in 1977, again in September 1998, and November 2003. The plan was again updated in 2009. Since adoption of the original plan and subsequent revisions, a number of changes have occurred, both within the township and the surrounding area. To ensure that development policies reflect current conditions in the township, it is essential that the master plan is periodically evaluated and kept up to date. We've created this presentation to see comments on the draft master plan from the public. The Holly Township 2016 Master Plan presents the township's vision for the future. It serves as a policy guide for the community and informs the decisions of township officials and administrators, governmental agencies, organizations, and private individuals. It is designed to provide a flexible roadmap for the future development and to ensure that new growth is consistent with the township's goals and objectives. This 2016 master plan is long range in that it examines past trends and makes projections for the next 5 to 20 years. This allows the township to plan ahead and anticipate future needs. It should be noted, however, that projections are most accurate in the short term, and many factors that will shape the future cannot be anticipated. For this reason, every 3 to 5 years, the Planning Commission should review the plan and update the plan as necessary. 3 areas. Background studies, which help answer the question of where are we today by providing an inventory of the demographic profile, population analysis of key places that make up Holly Township. The goals and policies of the master plan provide the framework that guides future land use decisions. These goals and policies are developed through community outreach, analysis, and research of trends in the township and region. The land use plan answers the question, how do we want to grow? By identifying future land uses. It also answers the question of, what do we need to do next? It describes the actions and activities for the township to pursue over the next 5 years. The goals and objectives of this plan are ambitious, and the complete implementation of this plan will depend on the resources available. Some objectives cannot be fully implemented without outside resources such as grants. Thus, the implementation plan may not be completed in the next 5 years. However, this part sets forth the full plan that the township desires to pursue. Engagement has been an important part of the development of the master plan. A visioning session was held where members of the public were able to provide input on their thoughts on the characteristics of Holly that they wanted to see maintained and what future land uses were desired. Now that we have a draft master plan, it's important that the public has the opportunity to review the plan and provide additional comments. The plan is not yet finalized, and there's still time to provide comments. Over the next 2 months, we'll be soliciting comments from the public and public agencies to make improvements to the plan. There will be one last public hearing for public comment prior to the plan being formally adopted. As I mentioned before, the land use plan is what will guide the future development in the township. The future land use map is the culmination of the comprehensive planning process, creating a land use guide and visual representation of the direction and future of Holly Township. The map is developed off the analysis, goals, policies, and strategies set forth in the respective sections. Each classification on the map describes the type of development encouraged in that area. States. Rural states is for low-density single-family neighborhoods that are rural in nature. This district is geared towards large lot sizes that support agricultural uses and buildings, farmhouses, estate homes, and low-intensity residential uses. Low-density residential classification is for low-density single-family neighborhoods that maintain large areas of preserved open space, though at a higher density level than in the rural estate classification. Neighborhood residential is for a higher intensity of use than the previous 2 residential districts. This district surrounds the village in higher density areas, acting as a transition zone near sensitive natural features and protected areas. The rural town center is for small lot, high density residential, affordable residential, and mixed use residential commercial development. This district is comprised of shop fronts, recreational space such as plazas and pocket parks, Buildings set closer to sidewalks, connectivity to active streets and trails, all while maintaining a residential small town community fabric. So, commercial center is a classification for intense mixed commercial, fabrication, and flex employment uses that are set close to the street. The residential fabric is more intense and incorporates live work units. The public open space is designed to be more urban and integrated with a tight network of streets, sidewalks, and steady tree canopy coverage along pedestrian walkways. The Research Office Center is a classification for a variety of green and light and moderate manufacturing, technology based research and development, and office industrial uses. And light industrial is a classification for a slightly higher intensity and wider array of uses when compared to the Research Office Center District. These uses of fabrication, green and light manufacturing, technology based engineering, research and development, and other similar type uses. Institutional and local recreation is a designation for local recreation and public and quasi-public institutional uses. This would include Mount Holly and the high school. State recreation is a designation for a substantial amount of land in the township and is consistent with the existing boundaries of the parks and state conserved areas, including Seven Lakes State Park. Other categories include manufactured housing park, which is for equitable residential units that are placed at a higher density levels than the medium residential designation, and the urban service district, which is an overlay classification that includes areas that the township has supplied essential service to in order to support existing and emerging industries and a live-work population. The land use plan concludes with the implementation plan. An action item list has been created to meet the short and long-term goals of the master plan and cover a range of topics, including smart growth strategies, residential, commercial, industrial goals, and transportation goals. The action items can be addressed in many ways. One way is through public education. Items such as promoting environmental sustainability can be done by providing residents with information to encourage the use of energy-efficient materials or creating a resource to help residents find information about alternative energy sources. The method for implementing the master plan is amending the zoning ordinance. This can be done by rezoning property to bring it into harmony with the master plan, or introducing zoning amendments such as reviewing new parking standards or providing incentives for developers to provide high-quality landscaping for their projects. We want to hear from you. Please take some time and review the draft master plan and let us know what you think. You can reach us at, for Karen Winchester, the Holly Township Clerk and Zoning Administrator, clerk@hollytownship.org. Ted Gursky, the Holly Township Planning Commissioner Chair, at tedgursky@comcast.net. And Michael Deem with McKenna Associates, the Holly Township Planning Consultant, at mdeem@mcka.com.